Hi, welcome to week 7. So this week we are wrapping up unit 3, and in unit 3 we have talked about learning styles, what that is, what yours is, different note-taking techniques and test-taking strategies for those learning styles. We also talked about time management, prioritizing, and SMART goals. And then this week we're going to talk about self-efficacy. Self-efficacy is a really good topic that I'm excited for you to learn more about, and it relates a lot to grit and all these other things that we've been discussing in class. So I hope at this point in this semester you're starting to see that a lot of the topics that we talk about are kind of relating to each other, and you can mesh them together. For example, grit, we talked about it being perseverance towards a long-term goal, and then we've talked about short and long-term goals, and then now we're going to talk about self-efficacy. So I'm hoping that you're seeing that all of these things are relating. So you're going to watch a video about self-efficacy, and the assignment, you're going to be discussing self-efficacy in the form of a quiz. So you're going to take a quiz, and there are 5 questions that I want you to think about and reflect on and then answer those. The other assignment that you have for this week is the Unit 3 journal. So you are just reflecting on all the topics that we've talked about. You're thinking about what was important, what was most important, what was new to you, and how you can use these things in the future. This journal assignment is just like the other ones that we've done up to this point. So if you still have questions, you can go back and watch the week 4 video where I go into a lot of detail about how to set up your journal assignment, and you can always reference the journal guideline handout that was back in week 1 or 2. I also want to say that all of you are doing a really good job in this class. Most of you are completing all of your assignments each week, and you're doing really good on your assignments. So I just want to encourage you to keep up the good work and make sure that you're continuing to give that same effort. Next week is week 8, midterms, but it's also the halfway point of this course. So at this point, you should have a handle on how the class works. But I also want to encourage you to take a look at your grade, because if we are almost halfway through, you should have a good idea of what your grade is, and this is the time, if you're unhappy with it, to pull it up. And that goes for all of your other classes. Midterms is a really great time in the semester to think about where you're at and look at, am I happy with my grade or not? This is the time that you would turn it around. Just be aware of how you're doing in your classes and in this class as well. As I just mentioned, next week is midterms. So midterms for our online class is March 2nd through the 6th. So make sure if you have not scheduled your proctored exam for midterms that you do that. And if you haven't even clicked on the proctoring tab and looked at your options for that, I would suggest that you do that now. There is an online proctoring option. If you're unable to make it to a proctoring center, you are able to get your test proctored online. There is a fee associated with that, and you have to have a camera on your computer in order to do that. So make sure to keep those things in mind. I will have more information about midterms next week and how you should prepare for that. All right, that is it for this week. As always, if you have any questions, please don't hesitate to contact me, and I will see you next week for week 8.